You know, yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to the new format.
We gotta hurry up.
Welcome to the new format of the Metal Voice.
We didn't get the sponsors we thought we would.
I know.
This might be one of the last shows. They got no more heat here in the studio, and we're down to our last light bulb. But the good news is, Jim, we can do Poison every day. Poison, a new episode on Poison.
I was thinking,
or Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
24 hours of Bon Jovi. We're gonna come back stronger than ever. Just stick with us, guys. Don't worry. Things will turn up. It'll look up.
You know what? Yeah.
Jim, I'm freezing, man.
You know what? Maybe we should just cut it short.
That's it.
No,
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you soon.
See you soon. We don't have a website anymore.
No.
Shut it down.
Don't. Welcome to season 2 of the Metal Voice.
Explosions, Alan, our Chris K, the guy who does our
that's
intros.
unbelievable.
He put some dynamite, some blood, and there's a reason for that. You know why?
Why is that?
Because guess what we're reviewing today?
The Master of Mayhem.
Shock Rock, Coop,
himself.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Let's get right into it. Jim, one of my favorite albums, one of my first albums I've ever purchased, Alice Cooper's Welcome to My Nightmare.
I agree.
And that album, the band itself, the Alice Cooper Band, was saying, guys, let's make some money and let's cut back on the shows, cut back on the touring. We got some side projects that I could get into, and Alice himself is saying, no, let's go bigger and better. Let's invest more money. Let's make it a show to end all shows. And that's kind of where the band says, we're not in agreement. So he went out with Bob Ezrin and did his own thing called Welcome to My Nightmare.
Bob Ezrin, The Wall,
exactly.
Kiss, Destroyer, right? I mean, he's a big-time producer, Canadian.
And, of course, that tour made gazillions of dollars for Alice, and he never looked back afterwards. Almost killed him. But the songs himself, you got the great hits that he's still playing, even on his last tour, the 2011 No More Mr. Nice Guy tour, Black Widow, Department of Youth,
Only Women Bleed,
Welcome to My Nightmare, and even Cold Ethel.
From beginning to end, what a great album. To this day, people cite this album as one of their influences, especially in concept and shock rock.
And we're called the Metal Voice, but let's face it, this album is not a true metal album. But if it wasn't for Alice Cooper, there wouldn't have been any Kiss. If there wasn't any Kiss, there wouldn't have been any Wasp, Marilyn Manson, and so on and so forth.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, he's just a classic rock god.
That's right.
And what's funny about Welcome to My Nightmare, Jim, I don't know if you know this, but on the cassette version, the 4-track cassette version.
I know you brought it with you today.
And there we go.
Old school cassette.
And the vinyl version, the orders, they changed the order in the song. But the three that really stand out would be the Years Ago, Stephen, and The Awakening. Those three songs together are one of the scariest things you've ever heard on vinyl. And what's nice, which ties into Welcome to My Nightmare Part 2, which just came out. There's little traces of the piano opening on The Awakening, etc. So, whereas conceptually, I think Along Came the Spider, his last studio album, is a much darker and has a much more linear feeling to the song. Welcome to My Nightmare Part 2 is very, in spirit at least, it's very similar to the first one.
He brought back Bob Ezrin, right?
Yes, Bob Ezrin.
He brought back some of the older musicians that he had in his band.
The same guys that recorded back in 75, 76 are on this new album.
Desmond Child is helping you with the songs.
So
what was your first impressions when you heard it? I mean, I could go down a couple of songs. I'll just throw it at you. I Made of You.
I Made of You. That's the first song.
The first song had like that auto-tuning.
It's great. His voice sounds unbelievable, and everybody I talked to when I put that on, they couldn't believe that was Alice Cooper.
That's the only song on the album I find that doesn't really fit with the Welcome to My Nightmare Part 1, but it's a great song.
Well, you got...
It's got that auto-tune. I know like the generation today don't like auto-tune, but I personally don't care. As long as the song is good, the melody's good, that's all that really matters to me.
And you know, one of the reasons why I like Alice Cooper so much is I've always liked this little sense of humor in music. That's why Bon Scott with his double entendre lyrics, and David Lee Roth, and recently Ed Guy, as long as there's some fun, some little tongue-in-cheek, and Alice Cooper is one of the great lyricists. He absolutely
underrated.
And you hear a lot of that on this album as well.
Caffeine is the second song, and it's an Alice Cooper song, Caffeine. When you think of the word, and he's just talking about I guess being high on caffeine and just keep on going. Right?
And then there's songs like some folks off the original one. It has that vaudeville feel. On this one, it's the equivalent would be
which one was it? It was Last Man on Earth.
Last Man on Earth.
It's got that vaudeville. It's got the jazz, the saxophone, the horns, the orchestration. Typical classic.
And the
Alice
other thing
Cooper.
about Alice Cooper is top musicianship.
Oh,
he's
absolutely.
got guys they're always the top that he brings in, and they sound fantastic together. No matter if it's a recording studio, and then the guest vocalists. I mean, he's had Steven Tyler, Joe Perry, Slash. I can name a list of endless list of guest performances. And on this one, it's Keisha. Which a lot of you probably be surprised.
Which one was that? That was.
I know I was surprised here, but
What Baby Wants.
Yeah,
What Baby Wants.
It goes very well together.
I don't know. I would put Lee Aaron maybe. I mean, I wouldn't know if I put Keisha. I mean,
she's more into jazz.
She's more of the, Keisha. I don't know. I don't know.
But after 40 years, Alice
can do whatever he wants.
So
you know what? It works. So it starts a little disco-y, dancey, and then at the end it just gets a little harder, which is cool.
Yeah.
How about sort of like the classic track off the album is "I'll Bite Your Head Off," right?
Yeah, Bite Your Head Off. Sure.
And I mean that falls into the $1 Billion Babies, the School's Out. That's the category it falls into.
But one of my favorites is Ghoul's Gone Wild.
Yeah.
You got a little bit of Buddy Holly,
That's right.
Eddie Cochrane Summertime Blues, a little
Ramones.
Ramones with the Phil Spector produced albums. It's really beach blanket bingo. You're out there, you got that feel, and it's
like I want to get my surfboard and jump right in the ocean. Well, go out and get Welcome to My Nightmare. That's Welcome to My Nightmare. It's a great album, at least for me. 8.99 out of 10, maybe even a 9.3 out of 10. How about you, Alan?
Again, metal voice. We try to cover classic, all genres. This is not a metal album, but if you like classic Alice Cooper, I think you'll enjoy this album tremendously. So.
Welcome, not welcome. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of The Metal Voice. I hope you like our new intro. It's
starting
very
off
spectacular.
Season 2.
Explosions everywhere!
And thanks for tuning in. Check us out at www.themetalvoice.com.
And if you have anything to say, or if you have any comments, or you have any requests, we try to get to all the requests. There is a list of all requests that we have, and we try to get to everything. It's a very long list. We go through it every day. Anyways, we read your emails, and we try to do as much as we can. You can reach us at themetalvoice@gmail.com.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Guys, brand new season. We invested all the money we got from our various sponsors. And we're gonna do a little tour of our studio. So follow me. We're going down into the Metal Voice studio. Follow me. As you can see, our executive producer takes hours and hours and hours to edit down the massive films of quantity of films that we have for each episode. And he's hard at work. What are you doing? It's with the solitaire.
Editing.
You're supposed to be concentrating on the show.
I'm editing.
So we'll just move on to the next part of the big Metal Voice studio. Follow me. Okay, here as we see, here's Jim negotiating with the thousands and thousands and thousands of sponsors that want to be part of the Metal Voice.
You know what?
He's hard at work here.
Listen. Give me those nuts. I need those nuts. You understand that? I mean, this is a show. We're just doing this in a basement. I need those nuts. I need more nuts. Do you understand? We have a segment to do. We got people. Sorry about that. Sorry, man. Sorry.
We'll leave Jim. He's going to continue negotiating while we go on to other things.
Can you guys can you close the camera?
So you can see all the technical aspects of running the Metal Voice each and every week. It's a joy to bring it to you, but you can see all the different players, all the hard workers we have, all the negotiations. It's everything that's worthwhile that we just like bringing this to you each and every week. So anything to keep the metal spirit alive. Stay well.